gotta wait a second. All right. All right.
Okay, that's good. Voices are clear.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Did a little bit to get them right. All right, I'm gonna turn the screen on. Wait, I got one pane. I got the screens here. Okay. And there we are. We are live. Say hey, Liesel. We coming in clear? Can you see us all right? I know, you're excited.
Yes.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Thanks. All right, well, welcome to our very first show. This is Black and Ruby Converse About the Verse. My name is Black. Joining me for the very first time ever on a stream or anything is the one and only Ruby.
Hello.
And of course, Liesel. Liesel wants a treat, so let me give her a treat real quick. She just had dinner. All right. So, with that said, this show, we'll talk a little bit about what it's going to be. We want to do this every Thursday. So, basically, we just want to run down what's going on, what's happened in the prior week in the verse. Thursday is kind of a good day for us to do this. So, it's pretty much a good time because usually we have like some sort of Inside Star Citizen or we have news throughout the week. We usually know where the week's going at this point, so we figured this is probably a pretty good opportunity and time. It's not quite the weekend, so maybe, people aren't too busy, but, it's also just good for us anyway. But we just basically want to be able to go over what's going on, what's happened, discuss what's going on. This really won't be gameplay. This won't be that kind of stream. This is just more like a weekly show, just to kind of sit back, chill, relax, have some good conversations, either, between us or even with, the audience as well. So hopefully we kind of get some interaction going. But in the meantime, we're kind of going to have our show situated kind of the same, so you'll know what to expect going forward. Basically, we're going to start off the show kind of like introducing ourselves because you never know. +5 for the dog, thanks.
Yep.
I believe that's Sala.
I think so.
Yep. I mean, we couldn't do it without her. She's going to be here regardless, so, So anyway, this is kind of a chance for us to sit here and talk about this stuff. We're going to start each show introducing ourselves, just in case it's a new show for someone. They've never been here. Oh, I need to take this off. So I don't need this. And so, yeah. So I'll go ahead and start off. I'm Black. The channel's called CasaBLACK. It's, basically because it's our house, so that's kind of where I just got the name from. But people call me Black. I've been playing Star Citizen since 2021. I got in around March, around the Fortuna event. That was roughly about the time they introduced the Cyclone. I think it was the MT, and they had the green paint job for it for the first time. So that's right when I started, and that was roughly a few months right before Invictus launched the Hercules and the Tonk. And I remember seeing the Hercules and seeing that price tag on the Hercules for like all three versions and thinking, oh my God, I'm never going to spend that much money on a game, let alone this game. And I won't say what I've spent since, but anyway, here we are, we're here. So that was my introduction to Star Citizen. That's when I started playing. Ruby, do you even know?
No idea how long it's been. I would say maybe 2 years.
I think
maybe 3.
I think because of how we usually do it, if I start a new game, usually you'll start in like maybe a few weeks or a month or two after. I think we tried to get you in probably for the referral bonus, if anything, at first. And I think we tried to get you in that summer. Your computer couldn't handle it, if I remember right.
That's right, because we had to upgrade.
Yeah.
So because we kept having connection issues every time we play.
Yeah. So really didn't work out. I think that summer I was already into Star Citizen enough, and I knew that I wanted to try to create content for it. So I even tried to stream and play from the same PC, and You know, that almost burned it down because it was just too much for it. It definitely couldn't stream. Like, my stream literally lasted 5 minutes and it disconnected. So that was kind of, you know, wild. But anyway, go ahead. Do you remember, like, your first time kind of playing at all?
I mean, I remember we had a another friend, well, another gaming friend of ours from previous games, Adam. And so he had taken us out on some of the ships that he had, him and his org.
I think he had the Carrack.
I think so. And
Yeah.
I remember he took us to one of the, I don't know if it was a moon or a planet, but there was like a sunrise. And I was just in shock that I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, that's really nice. That's really pretty.
Yeah.
I was like, holy cow. So I knew from that it was just different than anything we had played. But frustration is the first thing that comes to mind, just because, like you said, my computer it just couldn't handle it at all. Like
Yeah.
it was frustrating, and also just flying. Like I just flying was real frustrating, because I had never had to do anything like that either. So
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Ruby, when she gets frustrated with a game, the swear words might come out. So we'll try to keep those to a minimum on the show, but no promises.
No.
But yeah, I think that sounds about right for you. I don't think we got you a good enough computer, and probably till I had been playing for a year, but I didn't really play a full year.
Yeah,
right?
Not consistently.
Not consistently, especially
No.
at first, because when I couldn't stream it, that kind of like, you know, deflated the sales a little bit. And then when we got a better computer and we were able to play together, I think that's probably when it started picking up more.
Yeah.
I still don't even remember any of that. It seems like a long time ago at this point. But anyway, so that's pretty much our introduction. The next part of this show will be basically us just saying what we maybe did over the last week. If it's Star Citizen related, maybe if it isn't, we may throw something in there too. But ultimately, we do play some other games sometimes, but we do try to play Star Citizen, you know, usually almost every week. But I figured this time of the show we could be like, okay, what did we do last week? And, you know, maybe it'll influence some of our members out there, especially a couple of people in the chat who have been kind of slacking when it comes to finishing up their cargo. So, you know, I will say, I think last week we do cargo? We had to finish up something.
I had to finish up Crusader. So I finished up. I finished all of it.
Yep.
And that was the only one that I finished all the way. I had started Microtech. I didn't finish all the tiers on that. And then on my other account, I had started Hurston, but I haven't finished anything on it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I know we finished that, but then we also ran ASD.
Yeah, the Onyx facilities.
Yep.
Yeah.
We ran those.
Ran those a lot, died a lot.
We got better.
Yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
did get better. So.
Yeah, we finally figured out, we learned everything, I think, in there. They are about to change. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but they are about to change some of that. So, oh yeah, Sala, his big accomplishment was he equipped a max lift tractor beam. That's what he did. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I believe OG has been working on, I think he said he was working on his as well, although he's also been doing some undisclosed cargo transport. I don't know what that means.
Okay.
I'm not going to give out his secrets here on the show. But anyway, all right. Yeah, we did ASD. We got, I don't know how many times we've run it now.
We've run it quite a few times.
But we've only seen one piece of the ASD special set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Solid, best not to ask. Yeah, we've only gotten one piece of the special black gear.
Yep. And then we finished up like a couple of the other outfits though, like the whiteout.
The whiteout.
Yeah.
And
then desert.
You got the red one.
Yeah.
Whatever. I started getting some of the pieces of the red because we were getting
It's
so
the rogue.
many. Yeah,
Red,
the rogue. Yeah.
Yeah, red is rogue.
Yeah, you're gonna find Ruby's better with the names and remembering the stuff than I am. So that's kind of, you know, like I think this show is probably I don't know of any other shows that have a married couple on there. There could be somebody. So please, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. I do know there was a married couple who played and they streamed together. Guy's name, I think it started with a B or something. They did a lot of PvP stuff there. I remember seeing them in like their Hurricane. Then his wife would be in the turret, and they were pretty fun to watch. But as far as the show goes, I think we're probably one of the few married couples that kind of plays and will do a show. So I think you'll probably find that we kind of like play off each other pretty well, and I think we have okay chemistry. So that's probably, I think it'll be.
I hope we have okay chemistry.
I mean, after what 24 years or whatever.
I know.
Who knows? But yeah, I think that maybe we could bring a little something different to like a Star Citizen show, and hopefully it's entertaining. If it's not entertaining, then hey, you can let us know that too, and we'll do something else on Thursdays. But all right, so that's kind of what we did last week. First time chat. Thanks. Oh, it says old school. What, do you change it?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says first time chat. It's like, wait a minute, what's he doing? Coming out here with multiples now? Yeah, I don't know of anyone else that does it, but I think that anytime I say that, oh, my wife plays, he knows a guy, yeah. I think that anytime I say my wife plays, people are like, oh, or like they're like, that's interesting or whatever. But yeah. Oh, okay, you on the other computer? I got you. You doing some shady stuff here. But hey, you're boosting the numbers if you're still on the other one, so. Yeah, Sala, maybe. Well, I mean, you probably got to wait till you're the burner, yeah. You probably got to wait until your wife, until your kids are out of the house. Maybe then she'll do it. Because you said once y'all had kids, I think she stopped playing WoW with you. So maybe, she'll join us, and that'll be pretty cool. But anyway, all right, so we talked about us. We introduced ourselves. We talked about our gaming history. We talked a little bit about what we did with the ASDs. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling about the ASDs, like, so far?
I like them now that we understand. Like, I'm one of those where I have to do something multiple times to get comfortable with it. So I like that there's like a set routine with it. I think that's the kind of gameplay I like.
Yeah.
I know that, okay, there's going to be mobs here. I know this is going to be a spawn closet here. I know we have to use a sniper here. We have to use, close range here. Mm-hmm. I like that. Like, now that I know the whole, like, gambit of it, it makes me happier. I like going for the chess piece because I think that's the easier side, which is the research.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the engineering
side.
Yeah, I like the engineering side more than the research side. Because that has all the dogs and the more NPCs.
Yeah.
And the elevator room where you have to call the elevator to go back up.
Yeah,
I don't like that
whole
either.
Thing,
that's like a real that's a kill box there.
Yeah, they have some changes there too. I don't know if they're gonna be good or not. Like, we'll see, because they took away parts of the wall now. Like, how the walls by the elevator.
Yeah. So we saw they were on Foxy's. We saw they were broken. Yeah, no. So now they can you don't have that cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's kind of frustrating. Yeah.
All right. The ASDs, I pretty much. I like them. I like the direction that they're going with the stories and with the overall feel of the place. I will say that it's dark. I feel like a lot of games, they go dark with a lot of things, and it's like, are we ever going to get to see sunshine? And but probably not with Star Citizen. But I like the difficulty. The AI is definitely picking up, and it's kind of cool, even though we die a lot.
What about that time where we were going down on the engineering side, mm-hmm. and that one NPC?
Oh yeah, I was
ducked.
Yeah, I was up like right at the very beginning, before you go down the stairs. I was up, and he was down there by where the console is, by the first part of the mission there. And I shot him, and he ducked. And so I missed him because he ducked. And then I shot again, but he was still ducked. Then he stands up and shoots me. and then I shoot back and he ducks again. I was like, oh my God, like every time I shot, he was ducking. And I was like, what the hell is this? Like, it was wild that he was just like, you know,
responding
to
your
like that.
action. Yeah, that was cool.
So yeah, so the NPCs are definitely, I mean, if you run it enough, you will get to know, okay, 2 pop out of this elevator. You know, there's going to be 1 down at the end of this. You're going to get to know them, but, and I don't know when they'll ever get to a point to where maybe they can randomize it up a little bit or something. I think right now they're just trying to get them to work and follow the path they're supposed to path and all that, but they're definitely improved. Like, you can't cheese them as much. I know there's probably still people that are like super gods in there that go in there that know them and they just run in there and stab them and go about their business. But, you know, yeah. What's OG saying? He said, oh yeah. Yeah, your daughter's a Switch gamer. Or is that your wife? Your wife's mostly a Switch gamer now? I mean, Ruby plays. She's
I love Animal Crossing.
Yeah, she's Animal Crossing like every night. Last night she was staying up catching stars, and I'm like, I gotta go to bed. I ain't got time for this. Yes, OG, it is a different kind of excitement. We'll talk about the year more because there's a few more things later on in the show we'll talk about. Daughters are all over the place. Do you
That's
have,
how ours are too.
Do you have PCs for your kids, Sala, and your wife? I mean, if they wanted to do PCs, are they there for them? I mean, I know you're a PC guy, but, you know. Oh, yeah, OG, yeah. That what's been crazy, too, I've been noticing is that the NPCs are doing, like, dramatic deaths, too. Like, I saw one on a video last night. It was the most dramatic one I'd seen. It was just, the dude, it was like 20 seconds and the dude was still up. It was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You could support 3 player. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's about what ours is.
Yeah, death space is a problem, 100%. Especially if you're going to be sitting there for a while doing something like this. Well, I mean, just get you a desk set up for your wife. And
I know when we first started out with our girls, we actually I had to share.
Yes, so going back even further than Star Citizen, we started gaming in around 2008. I got into an MMO called Lord of the Rings Online because our whole family was into Lord of the Rings. As I was sitting there playing it, they're watching me, like, you know, and they said, hey, this looks fun. I want to play it too. So yeah, at first we had 1 computer, then we got 2, then we were sharing with our kids. So we would play for a few hours, then we'd let them play for a few hours, and till ultimately when they were teenagers.
Yeah, we had to get everybody a computer.
Yeah, everybody had a computer at that point. Yeah. So everybody but our son. Yeah. And we didn't want to. We were like, we're not buying another computer. We just got him a console. It's probably the worst decision we ever made because he became a console gamer, and I don't think I need to say anything else about that. But yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Sala, you have an Idris. You need a crew. I mean, you know, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I know. I just wish that, but he's like 80% console. If it was split up a little better, because I mean he has a really good laptop. He can play Star Citizen. He has an account, but he just doesn't. But he just doesn't play computer games. He even says he doesn't really like playing computer games as much. So he just, you know, he goes on and does, you know, jerk face PvP, you know, console stuff. So, you know. It's whatever.
You digress. Go ahead.
Yeah. Getting off topic. All right. So let's see. That's what we did last week. So let's talk about the news this week. Star Citizen. We had Eva Cotty went to PU. I think it was last weekend it went to PU. So I don't know if any of you are playing PU. I was watching Jared today, Star Citizen Live, and I think he kind of guilt tripped some of us because he was like, or it was Benoit actually. Guilt tripped us because they just don't have enough people playing PU to really test things out. But then Jared came back with the very good argument that, well, when you're doing monthly updates, you're kind of splitting the audience because do they choose to do the PTU or do they do PU? And then if you have a limited time event, they're going to have to do PU if they want the rewards.
Right.
So it's a problem. And so they understand the problem, which I was glad to hear. And so, you know, hopefully they talked about possible incentives to get people to want to come in, but that can be problematic. So, but yeah, I do realize they need to get some PTU going. Oh, no, OG, no. You're trying to get banned already. See, I see what you're doing there. You want to discuss maintenance. The M word. So, yeah.
Black loves maintenance. He loves it. He does. All of the games we've ever played, even when he hosted his own server, we would have a day where we were like, yep, the servers are coming down. This is when we're going to do maintenance. So.
There you go, Solicy. Yeah, OG. You just go to PTU and then you get like, weeks of maintenance. It's perfect.
Yeah, so.
No, I am a fan of maintenance.
You are. You were happy when you heard that they were going to do it.
Yeah, 100%. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think maintenance is life and everything else that OG's over there saying, but But yeah. And Benoit mentioned maintenance too. He said he's a fan of it, and he said they don't need to do it every week, and it can be problematic if they do it every week. But he is a fan of trying to do it, and they are doing it more and more. He said there are some things, a lot of hot fixes and things that they can do without actually bringing the servers down. He also said there's a lot to it to bring their servers down, and so
I can imagine.
there's a whole lot of stuff going about. But how they up? Yeah, I know, Sala. The whole LTP thing. I was kind of phasing in and out of that conversation about the LTP, so it's like I think I missed bits of it. I probably need to watch some of that again, but God, 3 hours, it was pretty rough. You can't trust a guy with that name? Wow. Yeah, it was all a very good conversation. I know OG's not going to watch it. Maybe somebody will. I'm sure Nubifire will put out the 10-minute version of it. But there was a lot of good stuff in there. It was very interesting to hear about how they, how some of the bugs they've had, how those bugs happened. The whole thing about the wolf, about how that ship. Because I don't know, Ruby, you don't even know about it. But the wolf, basically, they said people would land in a hangar and then get out of the ship, and this ship has a brand new animation. Mm-hmm. So they would get out of the ship, and once they got out of the ship, let's say another friend jumped in the ship and left or something, which I don't know how that would happen. But anyway, what would end up happening though is a person on the ground would end up like just in 0G. Everything's gone around them. The whole world would despawn around them or whatever.
Oh, wow.
So they were just like in 0G. And no, I do not have the wolf. I don't do fighters.
That's only for that ship?
It was only happening with that ship. And it was happening in PTU right before they were about to release it.
And it was only if you were trying to use someone else's ship?
No. It was tied to the animation. They found out it was tied to the animation.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it wound up being this whole weird thing. It wound up being because of the gravity of all things. So, I mean, they were like, I mean, it sounds like they had like a rough 48 hours or so as they were trying to figure out what was doing this.
That's crazy.
Because to despawn everything around them, they were just like lost as to how to do it. But it was a really cool, it was a really cool explanation as to what happened. And you could tell Benoit, I mean, he even said it, he goes, I really like that kind of stuff, that kind of problem solving or whatever. I'm sure they don't like the stress of it and the bugs, but yeah. So, all right. But anyway, we're going to talk more about Benoit in a minute. Of course, Eva Cotty went to PU, so we got to see the new ASD Science Wing. So I'm sure I don't know if all of you have seen some of this stuff. I'm not going to give spoilers out as to what you'll see in some of these. There are some content creators who have actually put what they've seen or what's happening in these as their thumbnails and stuff, so just be careful if you don't want spoilers. Old school, you got one for... You sure somebody didn't just gift it to you or something? Is it like, did it say in your hanger, like how you got it? Because, yeah, I don't know.
Was it a subscribership for the month?
Oh, are you a subscriber?
Wow.
No, not a subscriber. Had a big thanks for supporting maintenance. I don't know then. I mean, after what we heard today about how ships can disappear and appear in your hangar and stuff, like like as part of your account. Like I don't know, it's crazy. But yeah, all right. So the new ASD Science Wing is in. It looks interesting. The ASD part of it, or they actually went through and changed some of the spawns in the older areas. So just because you think you know where they spawn, they've changed it.
Yeah.
So when that goes live,
Well, there was a few like elevators that never opened, and we thought for sure that guys were going to come out of them.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah. So there should be more of that. There's some new armor. I should have got a picture of the armor, but there's some new sweet ass armor that OG loves. He's a huge fan of that new bulky Transformer armor. So is Ruby. Ruby loves it. She can't wait.
I will not be wearing that. I will not be wearing that.
So yes. So that is that's all coming with the new ASD thing. There's something else. What is something else that's coming with this new? What is it? It was supposed to possibly have come out today. We're talking about the Apollo. The Apollo is finally coming. 3 variants. One's kind of okay. Is it the red one? Is that the one you think's kind of okay? Because that's the one I'm kind of leaning on. But anyway, Jared said on the show today that the Apollo was going to be in the PTU build today, and then of course he had his day switched up. It's tomorrow. So yeah, the red and black. Yeah, that one does look pretty. I mean, I'm okay with the armor.
I haven't seen the red. Are you talking about the red and black armor?
The big heavy one, yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what he's talking
No,
about.
I don't like any of it.
You unmelted yours? Unmelted. So you have it now. You just couldn't resist. Did you give Chris some money? Besides the ASD wing, we got the new armor. Med gel. So the med gel was shown off as well. Store credit, nice. He is Chris. He's the Chris that whenever the real Chris dies, he's the one that takes over. They're gonna put his consciousness in his robot body.
Right?
So yeah, the med gel updates. I know that I know there's some crazy stuff. I think was it you, OG, who thought the med gel was like $500,000 or something? I think it's only ever been 100,000, but somebody was like going on about how that's going to be a huge thing for pirates. If it was $500,000, it probably would be. But yeah, the med gel stuff is pretty crazy. I know I would like to find some stuff on that because yeah, there was some interesting stuff that they discussed about the med gel. Let's see if I can find it real quick, because they just talked about it and they made the changes, and I don't remember the changes off the top of my head.
You're talking about like the pricing or how they're
Yeah, like how they're going to
injuries?
divide it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you said that they had changed it to where it wasn't like the same amount for each
They
tier.
did, yeah.
That it was gonna, which is good, because like a tier 3 shouldn't be the same as a tier 1. Like it shouldn't use the same.
I agree, Solid, that they were kind of punitive, but at the same time, I mean, you can still go to a hospital for free. I mean, you know, it's like we all have to kind of suffer in the beginning, no matter what it is. There was one there, but it's not. That was Space Tomato. But yeah, they definitely changed everything up, which is good. That was the 11th.
That's today.
That's not it. Yeah, I should have had this one ready. But anyway, I know that they lowered like the tier 3 injuries. They're only going to cost like $2,500, I think, per injury. I know it's not per injury. It's if you could have 3 injuries. I think it still costs $2,500 or something like that. And then it like goes up from there. Like tier 2s are like 5,000, tier 3s are like 10,000 or whatever. How much med gel you can put in a bed also changed, so you can actually, I think, put 2 canisters in one or whatever you can.
And also, on the side note of the respawn thing, so when Foxy was in PTU, he was saying that he actually respawned in the medical bed at the Onyx facility.
Was it him?
Or who was it?
I think it was him.
Yeah, he was surprised that he actually respawned there and not back at
that
his...
was on the PTU. Yeah, that happened in the PTU.
So I guess once you land...
I don't know if they changed that or what.
Or if that was a mistake.
If it was a bug, yeah. It could have been a bug for all we know.
I thought that was kind of crazy. If
That
that's
was
going to be right.
Yeah, it was pretty cool though.
To respawn there.
Yeah. So if they make that, that would make it a lot easier because when we died, we of course went back.
We have to go back. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one time we tried to set our bet. We tried to set it on your terrapin.
Yeah, and it wouldn't let us.
And it didn't let us go back in the hangar. Yeah. I guess because the hangar despawns when you're not in it or whatever. So that didn't work. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I get it, solid that it. I mean, it is. Of course, it's a benefit, but I mean, it's like anything. I mean, if you can't afford to do it, then you just got to suffer until you can afford it. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, they made it better, a little bit more affordable for people. So, you know, hey. But yeah, so they talked about MedGel. They made changes for the better. I think they're probably good where they are now. I think that's probably how it'll go live. They also showed off CitizenCon goodies. Don't know if any of you guys have got those yet. Though I don't think you get anything now yet. It's not like you get like a pre-order or anything. Let's see. Was it digital? Yeah, digital.
Yeah, digital.
Goodie. I think it's goodie.
Goodie pack.
Yeah, $29.55. It's already $29.55. It's crazy. Feels like it was just $29.51. Okay, here we go. No, that's the other one. It does show it though. All right. Let's go ahead and switch this over.
Yeah, $35. I agree.
All right. I should have switched this over.
Yeah, it even says get the goodies.
It did. Okay. All right, let me make sure my window's showing there. It is. Cool. All right, let's take a look and see. All right. I know it's still kind of hard to see. I was hoping somebody was going to take this image and kind of clear it up a little bit to where we could see what's going on. Move that out of the way. Oh, let me take a look. Let me look at my phone. I'll see what you said.
Wait, what? You said it's more Star Kitten. What?
What?
What? What is it?
I think he's trolling you. Don't listen to him.
Okay.
It is not.
Okay.
Look at OG hooking me up.
I was like, yeah, I like Star Kitten stuff.
He said, just kidding. See, you got her hopes up. You hurt her feelings.
I want a Star Kitten paint job.
Okay.
I want a Star Kitten paint job.
Yeah, it's like a joke because somebody was trolling people, probably Sala and another name, saying they were putting Star Kitten pictures on like everything from the Polaris to everything, and then
why not?
And then somebody was like, "Oh yeah, somebody would want that."
Ruby would. Ruby wants that.
Yeah, yeah.
So is that okay? So going back to the goodie pack.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one you were telling me has the boxes?
Yes, that has the no. That one, I think that one. Does that one have boxes? I don't think, no. It's the pirate set that's got the boxes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can show that one too.
I want to do the pirate set.
Yeah.
Just for the boxes.
This is the goodie pack. I don't know. So Zach mentioned something about the FPS weapons and how he said one of these is he feels like after the year he's had developing like the different weapons for the game and all the stuff he's done, he said something about the FPS weapon, one of those that are coming with this pack, being his swan song for the year. I don't know what that means, what kind of gun is going to be in that pack, but it sounds like if you're into weapons, it may be what you want. But yeah, I'm curious about the other two armor sets. But, you know, if you're on the fence about it, you can just wait until, because it's still available.
That's what I did last time.
It's still available to buy during CitizenCon.
And then I decided if I wanted to get it.
Yeah, I don't like that shadowy crap there. It's like, but I'm curious about.
No, because I was asking, because look at all the boxes behind him.
Yeah.
That's why I was wanting to know if they were going to add
boxes. I think there might be some boxes in that one too, but I like the pirate pack. I like the boxes in that. I got to get that paint job too.
But it says 13 gear items, but scroll down. Does it say anything else?
Yeah, you get 3
New
decor. So
maybe the decor, maybe. But yeah, I would like.
OG, you excited about that LMG? If the
Sala
crates,
agrees.
yeah, if
Yeah.
they showed up different in my inventory, yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was funny. We were watching Foxy whenever he first tried out the LMG, and he thought it was crap because he was like, because this LMG you get a I guess a stat adjustment or whatever if you're actually like crouched, and even a better one if you're prone.
Oh.
So he didn't realize that at first, and yeah, as you're prone, you get the best. Like you're going to get the best hits with that, or I'm sorry, not the best hits. Well, technically best hits, but it's the least sway.
Because you said it's one of those where you should be on the ground with it.
Yeah, because technically, if they could have a tripod for it or whatever, they would.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
I think you should be able to hold it in 2 hands.
Yeah, more stable. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, less recoil and stuff. Because the recoil on it is terrible if you're just standing there. And I saw somebody playing the new Science Division using it last night. And he was standing up using it, and it was just like, I was like, dude, you need to at least crouch. It's pretty rough. But yeah, I'm interested in that gun, but it's not really my play style. I like to run in there, like an idiot and get shot. But Ruby's more stand back, so, that might not be bad, being up against the back of a wall, but, I don't know, maybe you can knock yourself out too. Knock your head against the wall as you're sitting there doing that. But I know OG, he loves Star Wars, so I'm sure he's watched Bad Batch, and so I could see Ruby being Rekka on Bad Batch, getting that big arm, that big, big gun.
I'd even want a helmet that, like, with the whole crazy face on it. Yeah.
Yeah, like, Ruby would 100% do that.
Yeah.
But yeah. He's like, yeah. Just give me a light. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I don't need a lightsaber. I just need a two-handed,
Lord.
weapon that you hold.
Hey, off topic real quick, Sala. You know that WoW's got lightsabers, so, that's a reason for you want a lightsaber so bad, you can do that. But anyway, so that is the digital goodies pack. Let me go back and see if I can find the pirate pack real quick, because that is also new this week. And I know you definitely want to grab them probably this weekend, because I think the pirate thing only lasts for like a week. I know I've missed it a couple of times because I'm like,
I need to get it. I need to put it on Zuzu.
Because it's like, oh.
Put it on her account, the pirate
home?
one. So.
Or is that home? Let's go here. Pirate Week, Avast. Oh yeah, you wouldn't use lightsaber anyways because you're staff. Look at that Asgard, it's so beautiful. Oh my god. All right, can we get that bandana she's wearing too? They have that in game.
I thought they had it in game.
They might, because they seem to have everything else.
Yeah, they have a lot of bandanas in game. I wouldn't be surprised.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! You can get the Nursa with the pirate. Yeah. I was like, the Nursa or the Ursa? Really? That's what y'all put the paint job on? That's kind of crazy.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Ground vehicle. So.
Oh, did anybody get the code yet for this? This pirate code thing? I figured it'd be on Reddit, but I forgot to look. And what do you get if you do it? I haven't seen anybody get it. It's funny, they got like an old type of map.
Yeah, it's cool.
Showing everybody's favorites there. All right.
Oh, is that why you were wondering about the on WoW for the plunder? If because of the pirate?
No, I was just wondering if they're gonna bring it back.
Oh, okay.
Because
I thought Pirate Days.
There you go. They should have done the afro, Bob Ross.
Oh yeah, should have.
But yes, there's the paint job we need to get. Where is the gear? Here it is.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh, it's only $25.
That's how they get you.
I know.
It's only 25.
And you get both outfits or just one?
No, you get both. You get.
Good. Is that the Artemex?
Yeah, it's that Artemex.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a P6 Archangel sniper rifle. You get the 1, 2, 4, and 8 SCU containers.
Yeah, see, solid. That's what I was talking about. The containers, and they have like the skull on them.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. No, it was more last year. Last year they did. It was more. It was like I think $600 or something. It was, and that was the only way you could get those was last year, and people were pissed about that.
So on the guns, do they have some kind of like symbol on the guns?
I can't tell. I don't think so.
They should.
They say Archangel, so I don't know if that's
I'm just saying they should have like a little symbol on there.
Yeah, but yeah, you get 2 sets. It's not completely 2 sets because there's not a backpack on one of them. You get an AO3, which we use, but we already got that rifle. I know I've already got that one. That version.
The AO3?
Yeah, the Canado or whatever.
Yeah, I also have the Artemex outfit that goes with it.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're going to be similar.
Yeah, I'm going to get the paint job. I don't know if I'm going to get this. I really want the containers though.
It's the containers more than anything.
I know. I wish they had the containers if the containers I don't know, $15. Hell, if they were 20, I'd probably just get those and just skip the armor. I'm kind of getting aggravated about the bundling they keep doing. Oh, 40 to 50 and you get the paints and the crate?
Well, see, Sala said that Chris just texted him and said he needs to do it.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Or you need to do it.
You texted yourself? So 40 to 50. Let me see. Where's that pack at? Is that this one? No.
Maybe. Is it a subscriber thing? Where you have to...
I don't know because OG said he's not a subscriber.
Are you sure you're not a subscriber, OG? You just don't realize it.
I know. His kids unpaid for
maybe you maybe you have it on one of your kids' credit cards that just keeps renewing. You don't realize it.
Oh, this one here. Is it that? 8-pack? For 50? I mean, it's like, I don't want all those paints, though.
Okay, well, scroll down. It's got all that paint.
Scorpion. I do want a Scorpion. Vulture. I already had it for the Vulture. Oh, yeah, you get the containers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's still $50. I don't know about that. I mean...
But I'm going to do... I'm not going to do the pack. I mean, because that would be 30-something if I did.
Well, you don't have the Corsair or the Avenger.
I don't know. I don't have kids that paint that give me $50.
Yeah,
so.
we don't... Our kids aren't like that yet.
Yeah.
And then we have a grandbaby coming, too, so...
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, we're going to be buying things for the grandbaby.
I know. I'm going to be having to buy... I mean, that's a reason I can buy the paint pack for the grandbaby, because that's who's going to get all this, right?
Sure. Sure. I mean, his mom plays, so,
Yeah. There you go. Maybe it was just No, it was on there. They had the paints. They didn't
there, $100, right there.
Oh, this one.
It's a starter pack.
What's it give you? Oh, a cutlass.
Oh.
It gives you a cutlass. Although
look at the cutlass paint job. That's not bad.
Well, yeah, and it is $25 off. That's a good deal.
Yeah, that is. And so what all comes with it?
That new guy that me and OG were playing with, I think he's already spent $80 for $20 more. He could have the cutlass.
Oh my God! But what all comes with the starter pack? It says bonus items. So besides the paint job, what else are you getting? Like, are you getting an armor outfit?
You're getting a signed thank you from Chris.
Come on, man. What does it say? Cutlass Black? What
else? Just says Cutlass Black.
No. Bonus armor set. And it was like enhanced ship insurance.
Enhanced ship insurance.
And more. What's the more?
Yeah. We know it.
Special edition pirate paint. Okay. Bonus armor. Enhanced ship insurance. And more. I want to know what the more. I need some of those crates to go in the back of there. That's what I need.
Sala, grandbaby will be probably 2 or 3, maybe 4 before 1.0. So, sent me another link. So you guys are just tearing up the links here. I gotta. Okay, that's the one.
I asked Black if he remembered what my first ship was.
I didn't. I really didn't. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was like, surely you had an origin. Damn, okay, so this one is 96. You get 16 paints. Man, if I had 16 paints, then I'd be pissed. Oh, yeah. But you don't get the, it's just the paints, though. You don't get the chest. All right? Yeah, it's just a paint collection.
Oh, that's all?
Yeah.
That's that a Hercules? Cool. What was that?
Yeah, they have the Hercules on there too.
Oh, it's a pirate
it doesn't. Well, it's black. It's called Meridian. It's not quite pirate. What ship is your current fave, Ruby?
What is it, Black? It's a Terrapin.
Terrapin. She loves that damn ship.
I love that
She
terribly.
feels safe in it because she's
Yes.
worried about wrecking. So
I wreck. I can't even like get into a hangar without wrecking. So it's like a big tank in the air.
yeah. I like, Sala, what's your favorite ship? Oh, you don't fly. Never mind. You just sit there with your tractor beam. Oh, yeah. You did say you did that, didn't you? Asgard, yeah. I think right now the Asgard's my favorite.
No, it definitely is.
Yeah. It's such a good ship. But I know if I'm gonna, I mean, if I'm gonna run cargo, you can fit. I think you can you fit more
We fit
in
quite
the
a bit in
Asgard?
there.
We fit more.
Yeah, because we stacked it because you have it where it locks in, but then we also stack some that isn't locked in depending on the sizes of it. So yeah.
I want to say it could hold more than the raft. Like, more than what it states it can hold, because you can fit a lot more in there than that. Because we fit all. I mean, I got pretty good at. We would go out during the event, and we started doing the. I forget what the name of the mission was, but you had to go out and.
Was it recovery?
I think it was recovery. Yeah, you had
Yeah,
to fight off.
you
You had to fight
those.
off the NPCs and then grab the cargo, and then we were finding cargo out in space too, because we'd scanned for it after we grabbed the cargo that we got. So we were like slamming all the small ones on the sides; they fit perfectly, and then locking the ones in there. And that roof is really high. They call it a cathedral for a reason, like it is. And then you can fit some around the back sides by the sliding doors. Like, it's such a good ship, and it's inside cargo too.
So we were using the raft at first, which is still good.
Yeah, the raft is still good. And then we started doing the other mission because it was faster, where you just use the tractor beam to pull them up from the outpost.
Yep.
And that's how we finished off our events.
Yep.
Because it was really fast. Although they changed it this last week to where you can go out and do, I think it's the big one that we were trying to do before, where we would take the Polaris out there and then let it be a bullet sponge while we just grabbed the stuff, but that wound up being like a big fiasco.
Yeah.
You bought yours in game though, you said, right, OG? The raft? Yeah. That's how I bought mine. I don't own it. Although it's cheap. Like, I can't believe they haven't changed the price on it.
I need to get it for Zuzu before they change it.
It's just such a good ship.
It is.
Yeah, you should get it.
I know.
Is it on the store right now? Because, well, I know it's always on the store, but does the raft have the paint? It doesn't have it, does it? I mean, it's got
Not
other
the pirate.
paints. Yeah, it doesn't have the pirate.
No. But see, look, go back up again. Oh, did I just see the Vulture?
Oh, the Vulture has it, yeah.
Yeah, man, like the Vulture has so many paint jobs.
Yeah, the X-Wing's got it. Yeah, the raft is definitely a steal. Like, their marketing for all the crap that they do, like, they completely missed the boat on that one, which is good for us, because they don't miss the boat on much. Yeah, they have. Yeah. Yeah, it's such a good ship though. Anybody like the Ares? Any fans of that? Capital Ship Killer. There you go, you're just getting that and destroy Polarises. Go destroy Sala's Idris. I'm surprised, Sala, you're not living on your Idris, honestly. You just throw everything on there. So, OG, why are you wanting an Avenger so bad? That's like the second time I've seen you say that. Yeah, you ain't wrong. The monthly patches are, and they realize it. Next year, I'm wondering if they're going to go to 2 months or 3 months, because they mentioned it a couple of times today about how they're in the process, like literally like this week, of reviewing how they're going to do their patches, because they see the problem with the monthly patches. The nuke package, size 3 nuke. The Avenger has a nuke? Or are you just calling it a nuke because it can do a lot of damage?
Oh.
Yeah, now is the time to figure it out. Yeah, they have to, because so one thing they did confirm. I don't know if you caught this or not, Saul. It may have been before you started watching, but they confirmed updates for September, which we already know, 4.3.1.
Yeah.
And
also
then
said it can drop bombs down.
Damn, I didn't know that. Well, how did I miss that? Anyway, they confirmed updates for September, October, November, and December. Like, they confirmed it today. They are going to have some kind of, updates. And I swear they hinted at some sort of new feature coming. Part of me is wondering if it's bounty hunting, because I've heard some little rumors about possible bounty hunting. Yeah, I completely missed the thing about that. Huh. Is that the, can you look at it over here, or is it in game or something? Like this one here? The Warlock? Or is it a special one? Like, I completely missed that. God, a little bait. What size? You said size 3 nuke? Damn. That's interesting. Good Lord. I wonder how much damage they do.
So what are the other featured ships?
Oh, that's why I didn't care about those flight cards back in Invictus when they brought those. That's what he's talking about? Yeah. What Salabot said. Sal, you need to change your name, man. Salabot, that's all he calls you. Well, that's interesting. Well, we talked about first ships earlier. Avenger was not my first ship, but I bought the Mustang first, and then like 2 days later or something, I upgraded to the Avenger. So that was the one I started using. And the first missions I did were bounty hunting with that. So that's how I started making my money. I made money with that to earn the Cutlass. And then, yeah, I really wasn't buying ships then. So I had the Titan for a while. All right. Anyway, we looked at the pirate stuff. We looked at the ships. They don't have the raft on. I think you can get the raft, though. I think it's always available. Cutlass Blue. Eclipse, Gladius Pirate Edition. Wait. $20 difference. That's nuts. There's the M2. I do have the M2. I upgraded my C2 to the M2 over time. The Mantis.
Oh, what's the next one?
It's your ship.
Oh, yes, the Mercury.
Yeah, Ruby wants to get the Mercury. Again, same reason, that bulky feel. She wants like a slightly bigger ship than, what size is the M2 shoot? What size? What do you mean, what size? Oh, the guns? I think they're size 5s. I think it's mostly size 5s on those. Maybe a couple of turrets are size 4. Or maybe I'm thinking opposite, like the pilot control size 4, the turrets are size 5, something like that. Yeah, I had an MSR for a while. I like it.
Black doesn't like it because it only has one way to get in the ship. That's why he doesn't like it as much.
Yeah, I'm kind of a.
He wants multiple ways.
Yep.
That's how he looks.
We've all played it, and we all know that
things break.
Star Citizen happens. One way and 6. Yeah. Only one way, but 6 doors. Is that 6? If you count, let's see. Are you counting the hatch or just inside? You got. Jump up the ladders, 1, then you got 2. I think it's like 3 or 4. You exaggerating. But yeah, once the Zeus ruined me, the Cutlass even ruined me too, because when you got the Spirit, I think I still own a Cutlass, but when I got the Spirit, I was disappointed it only had the 1 entrance, but then the Zeus fixed that. So
yeah, because they have the little the porch.
You got 3. I don't know if you can ledge up on the port side, but you got a ladder and you got the back, so you have 3 exits though. Or is it 3 exits? Oh yeah, because is that the port, the airlock? Is that the porch too? That is the porch, right? The airlock. There's not a porch and an airlock. I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's just one.
Yeah. Spreadsheet of ships versus entrances. Yeah, I mean. I don't know. 3 exits, 2 entrances. Yeah, yeah. That sounds right. All right, so anyway, we talked about Benoit and... So anyway, the engineering is supposedly coming in the next tech preview. We should see that going out. They really want to try to get it out, but like I said, if we can't really kind of get in there and kind of help them in PTU, which, I know none of us, I don't think any of us really jump in there, but that would definitely help them, so. But, yeah, the engineering it sounds like the engineering was also waiting on some of the stuff that's in this tech preview. So there's like little bits that they didn't go into detail as to what it is, but we're waiting on that stuff in order to get engineering. So it's all like part of a, step process there. So besides engineering coming, which was kind of exciting, it was kind of funny too, because the comments, somebody else was like, we've already seen engineering. It was early, it was a year ago we saw it, and I think we all kind of guessed that the reason that they didn't get engineering in there is because there's probably some bits of like Maelstrom that may need to get in there. So they did not mention anything about crafting or base building, dude. I think they're seriously waiting on like maybe instancing to some degree, and then probably also more tech with the dynamic server meshing. So that would be my guess. They did tease that dynamic server meshing will come in stages. So like, of course, it'll be tech preview as well, but they said they will start throwing in things. So I think we'll get a hint whenever we see things like them being able to spool down a server if nobody's in that area. So I think like when we have events like in Stanton, you're gonna see like Pyro not being very busy. So if there's like they have a shard going and there's nobody on one shard, the ability to be able to spin one down is like hinting at that. So if you use the life support, your Asgard won't scan if you use the life support. What the hell is that? I mean, like, Saul was trying to troll here probably. And if you're not trying to troll, oh no, that's OG. Your Asgard won't scan. It won't ping. Oh, it won't ping. Really? If you have life support like on, like powered on, does it come powered on automatically, or did you just turn it on and then it? And then if you turn it off, will it ping then? Yeah, you gotta have choices, man. You either gotta do the life support, or ping. You want to breathe? I have to use the pip from life support. That's crazy. Huh. Well, at least how did you figure that out? Because yeah. There's no way I'd have figured that out. I'd just been like, oh, ship's busted. I'm gonna go log out. He has gun. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we all turn our guns all the way up too, so. And we know there's a lot of changes coming with that as well too. Some of the weapons and stuff, and of course the flight model's changing as well. All right, so anyway, they talked about freight elevators, everybody's favorite. They talked about, of course, how they explained why, like a med pen, like somebody placing a med pen
during the event
on a freight elevator,
it would cause it to mess up.
They explained why that or how that happens, or why it happens. So basically, there's a lot of objects in the game, of course, and all these objects they have like their physics, the physics that's part of the, like he said, it's not just like some objects, like it's the size of a med pen, but the actual physics part of it could be a lot bigger than that.
Oh, so
it's not just like a capsule that's like completely around the med pen itself. So that extra collision that some of these older objects have from like way back can cause the elevator to not want to move because it like picks up this extra thing and it causes it to mess up. Another thing that causes the elevators to mess up was how so when a ship flies into like one of the ground stations, it depends on what order the freight elevators stream in, and if they stream in the wrong order, collision physics, That's exactly what I was thinking, like collision physics. Yeah. So like a med pen should have like if this is a med pen, like the physics should just be like that med pen, but instead it could be like some weird shape around it. So they've been having to go back in and actually look at all of the objects that are out in the game like that, and they've been slowly changing them over. So yeah. But anyway, they talked about. I'm sure many of us that did the event, when you'd fly out to some of these stations to do the freight event, you would get there and all the terminals were broken.
Yep.
You'd get there and none of them. So he said the reason that happened was because you'd fly in, and I mean maybe you flew in from this side or you flew in from that side, but if one streamed in before the other one did, then it could cause them both to mess up. Because like they were both, I guess, maybe trying to compete for which one or something. And because the elevators are tied to the terminals, it was like once that happened, it would just break the whole system. So that was part of that little bit of interesting thing about the freight elevators. But again, they are working on them. They put a lot of self-healing things in there, and somehow they seem to fix some of those pretty well. But then our freight elevators and our hangars are now messed up because there's a lot of times where I was trying to finish up the event and I'd have to Alt F4, which we were telling new guy that yesterday because he goes, I can't turn my freight elevator, he goes, the little buttons are just spinning, and I was like, yeah, you got to hit Alt F4, and he didn't believe me. Like he thought I was just trying to mess with him or whatever to close the game out. But I was like, he goes, if I leave, my cargo's gonna be gone. I'm like, no, dude, just hit Alt F4 and you'll come back in. You'll be right there. Your stuff will be right there. You'll be good. So it worked. He got back in. So anyways, freight elevators are coming along. We don't know. It's always one of those soon things, I guess. They talked about cleaning up excess ships during events and stuff. All the ships that are laying around everywhere. Benoit said he believes that they have those on a 2-hour timer that they'll automatically disappear.
What about pieces though? Like when you're trying to go into a hangar and there's like someone crashed and the pieces there.
Yeah. He said they still have a lot of issues. He goes, it's not really an issue that they can't fix. He said right now it's just about fine tuning it.
Okay.
So he said right now he believes the timer is like 2 hours. I don't know if I believe that because I swear I would go out to the same station 3 hours later and I'd see the same ships, but maybe not. I don't know for sure. It'd be interesting to sit there and test that. That sounds like something Foxy would do. Sit there and sit at a station to see if stuff just vanishes. And it was really cool today because as we were watching with the pieces, right? On overcoming the Alt F4 fear. Yeah. Don't be scared of Alt F4. It's like the only game that's true in. But he even brought up, Benoit was like, yeah, I mean, what if you just, we introduce salvage gameplay. He goes, what if, these ships, they're sitting there for 30 minutes and all of a sudden they fire off a salvage beacon for people to come get it. He goes, that would be great and we could do that. He goes, however, the mission system would be inundated with all of these missions at once because there'd just be so many. He goes, there's so many ships that get left out there that it would bog the mission system down. So it was like, again, something that everybody's always mentioned, like, oh, just make it a salvage thing. But, even that is kind of troublesome. So,
or like you said before, instead of shooting off a beacon, if they've abandoned it after like an hour, then you should be able to take your ship in there that tows things away. Yeah. And then be able to take it out of the armistice zone and then be able to salvage it.
Yeah, I wish that they would do something where we could like the shields would drop or something, or the power it would power
like
off.
After an hour,
maybe
being left there.
Yeah, maybe when engineering comes in. Maybe the power system that we have or something.
But yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
But being able to move a big piece of wreckage out of the way too would be helpful.
Yeah.
Being able to tractor beam it out of the way.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because people were just leaving their stuff all over the hangars or all over the padding out there and everything. It was.
Well, I'm just talking about like when you're going into a station and someone's wrecked and then you can't even get into your hangar because their ship, not the whole ship, but part of the ship or a wing or whatever is just there in the way and you're having to like maneuver and finagle to get into the hangar door before
Yeah.
before it closes
Yeah,
on you.
yeah.
And then you have to ask for another hanger.
That's what Sala was saying about his Microtech hanger. Yeah, and it's funny because they even brought up 318, and 318 was definitely the worst about the parts being all. I mean, I remember when it was like a minefield coming out of your hangers.
Yeah.
In 318, you played 318 too, so.
Yeah. So
it was definitely rough, and we're sitting there, and 318 is when they introduced salvaging, so we're sitting there with these salvaging ships and couldn't even use them to help out. It was like such a crap thing. But yeah, they definitely talked about the excess ships. Of course, they brought up the Wicklow elevator issue. They realized they said that's a priority for them to try to fix that. Basically, anything with, especially the Wicklow, they understand how frustrating it is to turn that stuff in, or try to turn the stuff in on the freight elevator, and then it just poof is gone, and you know. So speaking of 318, Sala, were you able to play? Did you have issues playing, or did you just give up after like a day and said, screw this, I'm waiting for 319? You were new to the game at 318? I thought you were like a long-time backer.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't know why I thought you were a long-time backer. Like longer. I joined at 313 is when I joined. That's what number they were on then. So. Yeah, right. I know. It's like in troll years, it's like 10 years. Yeah, it was kind of odd because in my Discord during 318, I remember like Derma especially, he was having so many issues. With 318 is kind of like where Derma got his reputation because he was just having so many freaking issues, and he was talking about them, and for whatever reason, I was not having issues like that. I had disconnects sometimes, but overall, I played a lot in 318. Like I did a lot of salvaging. The new stuff. I didn't have as many problems as a lot of people. I don't know why. Maybe it was the processor and stuff I had. I don't know, but for whatever reason, I never had I didn't get a lot of the login issues. I think I did have one where I couldn't log in like on a Sunday, and then it was fixed by Monday. Like I was getting one of those 300 errors, but ultimately, 56-hour Klesh sentence during 318.
Oh my gosh.
What did you do, OG?
He said I didn't do anything. He said it was the game.
Of course. And see, that's before he had Geezer too. So
I know.
First hour of playing. What did you do? That's crazy. Yeah, he was just buying a burrito, just minding his own business. That's the likely story there. I'll tell you what, Jared's camera is really good on that. Damn, I was looking at it today. I was like, damn, he's got a good camera. He probably used one of those studio cameras in his office. Although maybe not, because he has them. They said they've had the camera set up for CitizenCon recordings they've been doing, so maybe not. But yeah. All right, OG, we'll hear your story at some other point. I'm sure you'll, enlighten us with your craziness. OG, were you in Northfield during 318? I think I was. I think that's when I was there. It's like I was hesitant about joining Northfield just because I knew I'm not an org person. And then Twidget talked me into it. And then I did it. Didn't really do a whole lot. And then I was like, I felt bad, so shot a nine-tail and a guard was merged with it.
Oh my gosh.
Dang. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. All right. Okay. All right, cleaning up excess ships. Wickelator, yeah, we got through Wickelator, the Wickelator issues. Apollo's coming out tonight. I had that on here. Yeah, that didn't happen. Then they talked about transit. It's kind of funny because at first Benoit was like, they were talking about transit and how, because, you know, the transit system is the one that they decided they were going to redo from scratch. And they talked about that like back in February or something. And so he's talking about, yeah, we put in some self-healing things on the transport system. And, you know, it's been going pretty good. And he goes, you know, we're not really concerned with it. And we're like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, transit's still a mess. And you guys said are you saying now that you guys aren't going to redo it? And then all of a sudden he goes, and then Jared's like, dude, you're acting like there's not, like, you don't have an announcement. What's the announcement? And they said, yeah, we have a new system. It's called transport. So it's completely changing. They mentioned something about, yeah, like the whole way. They said it's more exciting for them because for us, it's just going to start working. But the way that they're doing, the way that they're handling, like the way you, like the trains you ride and the elevators you take and all that, yeah, it's all changing.
So even the monorail on Microtech?
Everything, yeah. And they even mentioned Microtech is probably they're probably just going to release it out to one city first, like the whole city, like so every bit of travel from the elevators to everything and all that. They said it's all gonna, yeah.
That's cool.
So, but yeah, transit has been better. I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't think it's the problem it was, you know. But I swear though, I heard, I think somebody on either social media or in a video, they said that they were riding on a train and it went flying off into the city or something. So it still happens. Oh yeah, see, it must have been you. Yeah. Oh, it just went nuts. Okay. Yeah. So, but anyways, they're working on that, and then they talked about how they said because you know they use space on all their names, so they said they're going to call it spaceport instead of transport. You know, so that was pretty funny. And then they had jokes about that the rest of the damn show. What else did they talk about? They talked about the ATC. They're looking at ways to shorten the queues because they got pretty rough. I know Sala hasn't played, but during the event, I think I was 12th in line once. And that was like a 15-minute wait to get into Hurston. So that was great. I just went ahead and went down to the planet instead. Then they talked about LTP, losing your stuff between patches. And that was a whole big thing. They talked about how basically LTP, or their system that they currently have, came about in the 3 series of patches because we needed to be able to save things. And I remember back, I don't know if I know it was right around before 3.18. OG probably remembers too that there was a time where nothing saved between patches.
Right.
I don't know if you remember that too.
Yeah. Yep.
Nothing saved. So they added this little system in, which wasn't meant to like scale with server meshing and all that. So I know you're helping. Both of you guys help. Y'all sending me stuff. I appreciate it. So they talked about the new system that they want to put in place. In the meantime, there will be some like fixes and things on it to help keep things between patches. They talked about what it meant to, and Sala heard all this too. They talked about what it meant to stow ships. Like, you know, you stow your ship in a hangar, it's literally being destroyed, and then it goes back into your entitlement on the website. And then it seems like your stuff keeps bouncing back and forth between entitlement and this FTP, I guess, database. Sala, would that be right to say? FTP is a database? I mean, they're all databases technically, I guess. But yeah, you have a database on the website and then a database, you know. Yeah, I mean, they do good with the stuff we buy. It's the stuff that Wicklow and them gives us or whatever.
Oh, that you earn in game.
That you earn in game. Yeah, even ships that you buy in game can disappear. It depends on like how you stow it versus, you know, if you do stow or don't stow it or whatever. That's why OG always goes naked and stows everything. Like when he thinks there's a patch, he smells a patch, dude drops his damn clothes. Like he's just, you know.
Well, I did that last time and I lost my parallax and I was very angry.
Yep. Yeah, and he said, yeah, the stuff with no receipts. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's the whole thing. They even mentioned that. Yeah, you complete the quests and the stuff, and you get stuff that way. It's kind of weird that they can't do the same thing with like the Wicklow stuff. You know, that's why I'm holding on to any kind of Wicklow things that I have. I mean, I may end up losing them after a patch, but so far I've still got like those mercenary things that you get.
I don't
The
have
scripts.
Any.
Yeah.
I lost those.
You lost those too? Are you sure?
Yep, I looked. In the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I still have those. I never wanted to turn them in.
Yeah. Unless they're on my other account. I thought they were on Rubi.
Yeah, they may have been on your other one. They may have been on Zuzu.
I'll have to look and see.
Because that's more like, you'll get those for like doing more combat. Like, I think we did like a space combat.
Okay.
And I usually use my Asgard, which
and you're talking about the scripts, right?
Yeah,
that you get?
those metal scripts.
I'll
It's
have to
probably
look
on
and see.
Zuzu because I did mine on Chopper.
Yeah.
That's who I have the scripts
Maybe
on.
on.
I had like 300 or 400 screw. I know it's not a lot.
I know there were some things like the horns.
Oh, look at there. OG said he's got
those.
thousands. He said you can have some.
I feel bad. I gotta earn my stuff.
Yeah, she don't take handouts, dude.
I like to earn my stuff.
She's a super proud person. That's what's in those boxes. Yeah, OG. Nah, OG said he ran so many of those. What are those? I forgot the ones out there at the asteroids. Foxwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He ran so many of those, which we like those.
Yeah.
We were doing them before the event. Yeah, Foxwell. We were doing those before the event. Those are pretty cool.
I think I was doing those on Zuzu.
What level did you get up to, OG, on Foxwell? Oh, Ape.
Nice.
Thanks, Ape. Thanks for showing up. Senior contractor. So are you doing like red level missions, like in your Asgard? Hey, Ape. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. We got the normal crew here, OG and Sala. Sala didn't have volleyball tonight, so he graced us with his presence. Dude, when is volleyball season? Is it like...
It already started. I have a
Yeah,
student.
I know. Yeah.
My student's daughter, her game started last week, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
That's why we had to change our meeting time.
I don't know. Those contracts are starting to get hard, OG. If you're soloing those in your Asgard, that's pretty impressive. Games are Saturday nights.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
And Ape, you finished off your the orange pay out more. Oh yeah. You know about those wraps? They pay out good. The Foxwell missions, Ape, is what we're talking about. OG, we were running those.
So you trade in the scripts that you earn off of those to Wicklow for things?
Yeah, like you can get ships and stuff with it.
See, I don't understand why you don't get to keep those if you
Keep what?
earned
The
them.
ships?
Yeah.
You're
like
supposed
from a
to.
But I mean, even with a wipe. Like...
Because they're you got to watch him. He's Benoit, he explained it better than I did. I think I was kind of like starting to doze off on that one because I was like, I had heard so much. It was so much information. Yeah. It's different databases.
Okay.
And the database they're using for that, it's not
the same as like these missions,
It's
like
not the
these
same.
events
Yeah,
that we're
it's
doing.
different.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But ideally, when wipes are not really a thing anymore, they're persistent. You'll get to keep them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, you can contact the tech support or whatever, and it looks like they can see that you had it, and they'll reattribute it back to your account. It was just funny though today. They said that Benoit said that there were people that were flat out lying that they didn't really have these ships. They went and looked, which sucks because it looks like they're having to look through a lot of records. I don't know if you can search like by maybe player name, and maybe it's a little easier. Maybe it's not that hard, but to take the time to go look for something and it's not there, that's just like messed up.
It is messed up.
I know if I had to go look through my spreadsheets to go find, some bullshit patient, I had to look for, I'd have been like kind of aggravated and be like, you got the wrong department. But anyway, all right. So yeah, FTP is supposedly they think they have like a decent handle on it right now. They said they did something. I think they said 4.2 is when they did something, and it seemed to work really well. Like a lot of people didn't lose their ships. They didn't do it for 4.3, and people lost ships again. So they know that whatever they did in 4.2 seemed to work.
Okay.
So I think they're going to do that going forward. I don't know what it was they did. It sounds like something manual.
Was it just ships, or was it armor or weapons? Like, was it everything?
I mean, it was everything. Like
Okay.
they focused on ships when they were talking about it.
Okay.
That's what they focused on as the examples, because that was the like really big thing. I know you lost your parallax, and that was your big thing. she had like 2 or 3 really good parallax colors and stuff from going out to Hathor, and she lost all of them, and she was pissed about that. But yeah, we need to go out to Hathor and get some more for sure.
Yeah.
Because you had some good colors, and I
know.
Yeah.
Underrated.
But anyway, it looks like LTP is getting, our stuff's gonna supposedly be more safe. Me and Saul have heard this before, though. We have so many damn database jokes. Oh, OG, she lost her stuff during one of the patches. It was one during the summer, like probably 4.2, honestly. Because it wasn't this last patch; it was before that.
It was before that, yeah.
But yeah, she lost guns.
Yeah.
I've kept some of my ship components. Like I think I've got like 6 abrades now because I kept buying them. Sometimes I'd forget and I'd buy another one. But yeah, I know the abrades, and I have seen a couple of I haven't kept everything because my guns haven't stayed, but some of the size 2 and size 1 quantums we can buy that are like grade B or whatever, I've kept those. So, did you keep anything?
No, like the only ship components, I think the abrade, but like any ship component that we got out of Hathor, I lost it too.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had like stealth components that I had put on my terrapin.
Okay.
And my cutter, because we were using those 2 things to go in there. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, you remember how we got those pyro guns that were special? I wish that I could earn guns like that and they would come with me. It's like, it almost makes you just want to buy stuff in the store if they sold it, which is pay to win completely. But, I mean, just to be able to keep the stuff is like...
Well, skins. I'm okay with skins.
I'm just talking about my ship weapons and stuff, because I've lost so much money in like ship weapons and stuff.
No, I know.
Like, it's kind of crazy. You lose the Atlas itself? Yeah, the Andor ones, those crazy ones. Yeah, I'll put those on if I have them. Lord.
Yeah, because I like that one weapon that had like the crazy stuff that we earned in Pyro, like it matched your
You're talking
paint.
about like the shotgun or whatever.
Yeah, I wish they had more skins like that.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
That
The Headhunters one.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think it was the Headhunter one.
Must have been.
I think the Headhunter, if we did the Headhunters in Pyro, we got the purple paint, and then we got like a gun too or something that was like special.
Well,
colors.
graffitied.
Yeah, it was like graffiti or something.
Yeah, I like that.
I think it was that one.
Oh, did they see the paints for each of the factions for those Pyro missions that where they bring in like
Oh yeah. The Foxy was showing that last weekend where the drop ships that are coming in.
Drop ships, that's it.
Yeah. So like most of them are cutlasses.
Except for the one was Asgard.
Except for the one, no,
Frontier.
Not the Asgard. Was it Frontier Fighter? No, it was Ninetales, wasn't it?
Well, that's the same thing.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, the Ninetales. So the drop ships that come in, they have their own paint job, and so if it's like Ninetales or whatever, they have like the Ninetales has the Valkyrie.
That's it, the Valkyrie.
Yeah, it has the Valkyrie, right. And then the other ones are cutlasses. I wish they should be cutlass steels, honestly.
Yeah.
But those guys, I think they had like 6 guys in those ships. The Valkyrie had like 10, I think.
Yeah,
like 10 NPCs inside of them. But yeah,
the paint jobs were nice.
Yeah, those drop ships come in, and it looks like they even had multiple drop ships. So you'd be down there.
Oh yeah, the Frontier Fighters did. Yeah, they had like 2 or 3.
Yeah, they had 3.
Yeah, because they
3 of them. So I don't know if that was like a bug of too many showing
right,
up. But
yeah.
if three Valkyries show up while you're down at an outpost and they land, that's 10 guys in each one. You're suddenly surrounded by 30 guys, which is probably how it should be.
Yeah, because he was shooting them all, and then when that happened, he was dying.
Yeah.
Because there was too many.
Yeah.
He was caught. But no, the paint job, the headhunter one was the nicest.
Yeah, but Sala, a lot of people just go out there for a mission, so it's usually just solo. Because I mean, he was out there solo. Because these are like the regular old outposts, like those kind of outposts, but the ones like out in Pyro. And yeah, those things are like, I mean, you're usually out there on a mission solo, or maybe 2 or 3 of you, and all of a sudden 3 drop ships show up. Like, you're pretty much screwed. Like, and those drop ships also have people in the turret, so they're shooting your ship. So you're probably gonna have to steal one of those. But they are dropping the NPCs off, and the drop ships are leaving too. They're not sticking around. So it's like, if you're gonna steal one of those, you're gonna have to jump on there and get them. Thank you so much, OG, for showing up. I appreciate your help, man.
Thank you.
We're almost done here as well. I appreciate you sticking around as long as you did there. It was good times. So anyway, that takes care of the FTP and what they talked about today. They announced that there will be no Squadron 42 discussed at CitizenCon. They say they have their heads down. Of course, Jared kind of said that. He even said, I don't know if the game's going to come out in 2026, but that's the goal. And when he said that, Sala was like, wait a second, what? So yeah, that was kind of crazy. I mean, I'm glad that they're not going to come out with anything about Squadron. I mean, I'm sure that we're probably after Christmas, hopefully, maybe no later than spring, we'll start hearing more about Squadron, and definitely see that it's going to be coming out, because I know we're all waiting for Squadron to come out so we can, even though Benoit said we have 2 separate teams, it definitely doesn't feel like we have 2 separate teams, So it'll be nice to see focus shift away from that, because even though they said they have 2 separate teams, they're in crunch time. You can't tell me they ain't pulling people that they need, or stopping them from doing something, saying, hey, can you touch this up? We need these, it could be anybody from the people that handled the weapons, like Zach and them, to maybe the mission team people having to stop and do things. If there's some graphic issues, or pulling, engineers off of things, there's all kinds of reasons that they will pull things, and they are definitely going to do it if they're trying to make a date. And the way Jared sounds like they got their heads down, it's crunch time, they are busy. So yeah, I'm fine with them not talking about CitizenCon. It does kind of suck, I think, that it's only 2 hours. There were jokes in the chat about the SCL today being longer than CitizenCon, and Jared's like, it is absolutely 100% longer than CitizenCon is going to be, because we are focused on getting this game out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so of course it's so funny watching chat, because as soon as Jared would say something, you could see the chat almost like swell up and jump on something, and then Jared's like, no, I didn't mean it like that. This is just me being honest. You can never say 100% certainty that something's going to release, even though it's our full intent. And right now he did say it's on schedule, and Sala was over there cracking his jokes. It was pretty funny. Nudge, see, he don't believe it. He goes, I won't believe it until it's out. So, but anyway, that was pretty much that. It was a good watch. I mean, I don't think everybody should probably watch it. There's going to be definitely people that are going to pull stuff from it. So if you're interested in what they said, definitely watch it. But otherwise, you'll probably get some good summaries from like Space Tomato and whoever else is going to do anything with it. But yeah, that was pretty much it for the week. Other than last week, they did have. Where is it at? I know I got it here somewhere. I thought I did. It's not the new player guide. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the sneak peek of the week last week. Looks like it's probably the Apollo. It's definitely RSI ship. I know people are kind of aggravated at this point. We know the Apollo's coming. Why are you teasing? Why? That's not much of a tease. But yeah, I mean, it's, I even heard somebody say that looks similar to the Mantis's, I think the Mantis cockpit or whatever, or pilot seat, so.
King Douglas
Oh, where's he at?
said, thank you for following, King Douglas.
Oh, yes, definitely. I didn't even see that. Thank you, Douglas. Welcome, welcome. Ruby's over here just been yakking my ear off, man. It's crazy. Yeah, Mantis is RSR. Yeah, 100%. But yeah, that sneak peek last week looks like it's, they're just giving us a little bit more of the Apollo. Come this weekend, we should hopefully get all the Apollo that we've been wanting, because I know we're all dying. What's up? Appreciate you stopping by, man. But yeah, so that was a sneak peek last week. Douglas, you got the Apollo? I think everybody here has it except Ape.
Ruby doesn't.
Oh yeah, Ruby doesn't. You were gonna get it though.
No.
You were gonna get it at one time.
Yeah, I don't want it.
You melted it. Yeah, all that shuffling you be doing.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna have it again. You can't give up on the medical gameplay, man. It's supposed to be coming back in some form. I know, Ape. I know. Out of all the ones, I know you want the med ship. Yeah, there was. You're right. There was some drama because they replaced the tier 1 bed with a tier 2, and then when they put tickets in, they just closed the ticket and said it's working as intended. So you're not interested. What? Oh my God. How far are you falling, Douglas? How far are you falling, man?
He said pirate life for him.
Yeah. He's doing that pirate life now. He done gave up on medical, man. Wow, I never thought I'd see it. It's rough. We will take care of that one. Yeah. Yes, Perseus I'm excited about as well. That's one I worked toward. Last year I worked towards the Apollo and the Perseus, so I do have both of those. So definitely excited. Yeah. Save your own only. Wow. That's okay. I know we can call on you and you'll come rescue us. Me and Ruby been getting into some crap with these damn ASD things, man. So I think we finally got it where we don't die anymore. But
Yeah.
We actually ran both sides and came away with no tear injuries.
Yeah.
Like Sunday,
and we didn't die.
Yeah.
We didn't die anyhow.
Well, of course. Yeah, we didn't die.
I was so happy.
Yeah. Ruby usually hangs back. I'm usually the one coming out of there with a tier 2 chest injury or something.
Also, too, those pins that are extra that have radiation in them and the healing, those are really great.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, Ruby's. I didn't even notice that there's a radiation pin with healing, and so yeah, I started getting those because those are really good. They don't sell those either.
You can only find them in the boxes.
Yeah, only get them in the med boxes. See, that's why I have Ruby, because like when I go and I loot, I don't sit there and read stuff. It's like words. Why do I need those? So Ruby, she's like my eyes
loot
and
goblin.
ears. Yeah, she's a loot goblin. She'll spot every damn loot box. She will, she finds all the good stuff. I'm just over here like, just like noob player over here, and she walks out of there with good stuff.
Just trying to figure it all out.
But yeah, so yeah, I did hear about that, Sala, about the Idris, and people are mad about the tier 1, tier 2 bed thing. I was like, oh, Sala, you're gonna have to trade in that Idris now. It ain't no good. You lost that med bed. And everybody's like, oh, they're just doing that because they're gonna sell the Apollo, and I don't know, maybe that's what it is, but who knows? It was kind of a crazy thing to do. I just can't believe they did it and they're not talking about it. Like, they should at least say something about it. Yeah. See, now you're thinking they ain't trying to get people to buy the Apollo. They're trying to get people to buy the Kraken. If you want the tier 1 in a big ship, you gotta buy the Kraken. That's what you gotta do. So that's what they're doing. And see, they're reworking the Kraken, so they're making sure to get that tier 1 bed in there. So that's how they're working that. But anyway, we've been here for probably longer than we probably intended, but we hit a lot of news. We covered a lot of topics. Hopefully this was a decent show. I think we worked through a lot of our tech issues for, Mitt, so, understood, Douglas. We're about to head out anyway. But yeah, guys, I really appreciate it. We do plan on being back here next Thursday, so You know, hopefully you guys can come back in and keep us busy. Yeah, we had a good time. But anyway, yeah, I've been Black.
It's Ruby.
And we'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.
Thanks. Is that one, that first time chat, that last one?